Britain!
Hello.
Here at Enterprise Rent-A-Car, not only...
Car hire.
What?
We say car hire, not rent a car. It's a UK thing.
Right. Here at Enterprise, not only will we pick you up, that's the driver.
We also give you the UK's biggest selection of vehicles.
They all come with stick shifts, because we know you Brits love that.
We do automatics too.
So come give Enterprise a try. Just look for the aluminum sign.
Aluminium.
No, it's not.
It is. It's got a U in it.
Shut up.
Oh, I'm serious. Aluminium. It's UK car hire.
With U.S. customer service.
Enterprise, we'll pick you up.
That's what I'm talking about, huh?
People often believe that you have to become a completely different person in order to tackle on an international career. For example, the Enterprise Rent-A-Car commercial showed some significant differences between the United States and the United Kingdom. However, it's not always that black and white. In order to manage an international career, one must be able to adapt to their environment, maintain an open mind, and be an accepting person. It is also important to have the initial determination to take on an international career. If you have the drive to move to a different country to start your life, you're already 10 steps ahead of everyone else. Depending on your career of choice, there may not be differences at all. I went to London to unearth the differences between the American music scene and the music scene in London. To my amazement, there weren't many differences. While in London, I saw people performing for tips on the streets and in the underground, much like people in America do. The area known as Camden Lock was home to several street performers, similar to that of Mass Street in Lawrence, Kansas. London also had musical advertisements in their underground system, much like the advertising that the United States does for our musical acts. Finally, London also had music shops. I chose to conduct my informational interview at the Music and Video Exchange record store in the Greenwich area of London. My interviewee really enlightened me about the similarities of American music and UK music.
I've never really thought of us selling English artists against American artists. I mean, obviously we sell a lot of American artists. Mm-hmm. But we sell a lot of records to tourists. A lot of tourists want to take home a record as a souvenir of London.
Right.
It seems to be sort of, I think Britain has been quite good at exploiting its musical heritage as a tourist thing. So people want to come and buy a Beatles record or a Clash record. So for tourists just want to buy English artists.
No matter what business we visited while in London, we all learned valuable lessons to help prepare us for a future abroad. Enterprise Rent-A-Car taught us that, in the UK, your experience and the type of person you are matter more than the education you received on a piece of paper. The U.S. Embassy really assisted in boosting our drive to tackle on challenges of working abroad, and especially for an organization like the Embassy. BUNAC taught us a great deal about the visa process and also shed a little light on how desirable a place America is for students looking to work abroad in the States. IS Networld demonstrated just how global one company could be and the opportunities for companies to reach all over the world. The University College London stressed that while education is important, personality and experience are a little more valued in the United Kingdom. And finally, the company I visited for my interview and learned so much from taught me one important thing, that my passion, which is music, is a completely universal idea.
It's interesting, I've not even really thought about American and British artists, as separate things.
To hear that my passion was something that never faltered from country to country was truly amazing. On this trip, we all learned a great deal about preparing for a career abroad. We had wonderful instructors and excellent business visits to prepare us for such an endeavor. However, even though I learned a great deal about preparing for a career internationally, I also learned a great deal about myself. I learned that it is important to branch out and do something that makes you uncomfortable. This was the first time being out of the United States, and I could not have asked for a better group of people to experience that with. Not to get sappy, but I will cherish each friendship made on this trip and every moment we've shared together. I've learned that even though conditioning yourself for a big transition is important, cherishing life's greatest moments for the rest of your life with the most amazing group of people is far more important.